Hello friends, and welcome to this crochet tutorial, which will be a combination of slides and video on how to make this flower rug. The original designer is from Brazil. Her name is Cleide Pertile. I hope I'm saying her name right. But it's a beautiful rug, and I made it with my crochet club friends, so I wanted to share this with you. The rug was originally made back in 2017, and here it is 2020. So this particular video will show you how to start with the center. You can use either yarn or fun fur. The video will be only for the center, as to making of this rug we will have 3 parts. The second part will cover the flower, the third part will cover the border and the inner border. So let's get started. Hello, I am going to show you how to use this fun fur to make the center for our flower burst rug, afghan, whatever you choose to make it as. You'll notice this end here does not have a lot of fur on it, and this side has most of the fur. Believe it or not, this is the back side and this is the front side. So I'm going to show you what I have learned when using fun fur. And you may get frustrated, you may be okay with it, but I think in the long run you're going to love the results. And once all the frustration is gone, you'll say, I'm glad I did it. So what I have done is I have my ball. I'm going to move this over here. I have my ball. It actually came from a skein like this. They don't come in large skeins, but you'll notice that the fun fur has an angle to it. You'll notice that this one goes this way and this one coming off goes this way, but if I turned it this way, then it would be a different angle. So what I chose to do after playing with it and throwing a lot of fun fur away, when it came off the skein, it was going this direction. So when I was crocheting it, it was really bunching up bad. So when I turned it this way and my fingers kind of kept it going this way, it allowed more of the fur to show in the progress of my circle. So if you have your fun fur in front of you and you notice that there's an obvious angle to it, my suggestion is to have this angle coming at you, coming out of the skein or take the other angle and start rolling it up into a ball. You will be happy with the results. Now the first thing that we're going to do here is, in order to make a magic circle, because the fur gets caught up in everything, my suggestion to you is, I'm going to undo some of this so it'll be out of the way. Now my suggestion is to cut off the fur, not all the way up to the line, but just as close to it as possible. Now I did end up cutting it sometimes, so it does add to your frustration. Like I said, try not to let it frustrate you. This is only a small circle that we're doing, but what I'm going to do here is we're going to cut off about 10 inches of fur so that we can start our magic circle. Now, I did not go online and look up to see if other people have done this. So if you said, well, so-and-so's done this, I have no clue. I'm just doing by my imagination and my creativity, trying to figure out what would be easiest for me to do. Although I do use YouTube a lot, I did not find this online with somebody else. So I am cutting away. I have probably about 6 inches, so let me cut some more here. Okay. There. Well, here, let me get a little bit out here. The bad thing about these strings, like I said, is they will get caught up and make it so that you can't tighten the magic circle. So it's easier if you have it as a smooth ending. So here I have about 10 inches. Let me put this, my trash can's under the table here. The nice thing about it is that it does not fall off like you see here, but I'm going to leave my remnants here anyway. Okay, now the size hook that I am using is a, oh, the camera will show this, it's a 4.0 millimeter. It's a G hook. So, like we were going to do any other magic circle, we wrap it around our fingers. And I'm going to make the first chain 3 without the fur in it. Then we pull it through. Oops, there. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so I tightened it a little too tight. Okay, there's one chain. And there's 2 and 3. Okay, now if your tail is overlapping a little, undo it so you can have a nice smooth finish here. So after the chain 3, we're going to just crochet like we normally would. Now you don't want to pull it like this automatically because it will do it on its own. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do our regular double crochet. So, and I know you're thinking, how are we going to see this with all these little stragglers? Well, you will be able to see it. There's 1. Now we need 17 in our magic circle. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another thing too is while you're making this, try to have it where you can have no distractions, because it will be hard to count again. And I stopped off at 6. Here's 7. Here's 8. You'll also notice, see how the little feather or the fur part is in the stitch? This is okay, and I'll show you the back side here in a second. Okay, here's 9, 10. My circle's getting a little bigger here. Make it smaller. See how easy that pulls? If the fur was in there, you wouldn't be able to pull it that easy. Okay, so there's 10. So we need 7 more. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15, 16, and 17. Okay, so after 17, you will have this look. You can kind of see the stitches right here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and tighten this. Not real tight, just tighten it up. And then you want to try and find the top of that chain 3, which would be right here. Okay. Oops, I grabbed the wrong one. So we're going to do a slip stitch and a chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you'll notice how the front has a little bit of fur and the back has a lot of fur. To help you identify the back, we do have our tail sticking out still. Okay, so let me pull out the... On our center piece here, we have just completed this row. If you include the chain 3, that is 18 double crochets. You added 17, but your chain 3 would make 18. So your next row is, you got your chain 3, and then we're going to do 1 stitch in the same place we did the slip stitch at. And then we're going to do 2 stitches in each one around. So where I did the slip stitch was right here. Okay, now to find the next stitch, you can pull it just a little bit and you will be able to see it. Can you see it right there where my thumbnail is? So we want to put 2 single crochets in that stitch. I mean double crochets, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said single. I'm not even doing single crochets. Now I'm going to set this down and I'm going to show you what I use to help make my job a little bit easier. Oops. I have a lamp. Okay, I bought it at the thrift store, only paid $3 for it, and I keep my crochet stuff on it and whatever else I might need. But this nice little table lamp, if I turn it on, ooh, I can see my stitches so much easier. You see how the next one is right here? So I'm not blind, but it just makes it easier and less frustrating. So we want to add 2 here. Remember to count as you go along. So this will be 3, and this one will be 4. We want 36 total, and remember your chain 3 counts as your first one. So like I said, if you had to count this, you're 2, 4, this is 6, 7, 8. Now you notice that when I pull it, I can see my stitch tops a little bit easier. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, I'm going to stop here because I already have a circle. So I want to show you. Now in the photo album, it shows what we did. So this first row, we did 18 on the magic circle. We pulled the circle tight. And for this row, we do 2 double crochets in each one of the single double crochets from the first row. You slip stitch to the end, chain 3, and so for the next row, you'll start with, in the next stitch, 2 double crochets and then 1 double crochet, and you'll do 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 all the way around, and you will have 54 double crochets on this row here. For the very last row, you will chain 3 or slip stitch, chain 3, you'll do 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, oh wait a second, yeah, double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. So you'll do the chain 3, the 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. So this very last row, you'll have 72 double crochet, which will give you the same size here. Okay. When you get to the end, do not slip stitch. Where's the end at? Here it is. You want to pull your yarn through, and then you're going to go through the top with your needle, and then come back around and go back into that center stitch, and then you're going to weave it on the back. You'll see that in the photos that I have in the photo album. Now I'm going to show you, if you make a mistake, what can happen. The fur, well, I can't even pull it apart now. The fur makes it so that once you crochet it, I don't care what you do, it's not going to come out. Once it's in, that's it. So if you make a mistake, you might as well cut it, because you see, it's not going to come out. Okay, but you can tell the right and the wrong side. The wrong side here shows not much fur, and on the back side, it is just like fur happy, which is a nice look for whatever project you're working on. So for me, this little piece right here, since there's nothing I can do with it, I'm going to go ahead and cut it, and then I'm just going to throw it away. At the end, even though on the yarn it showed to weave that stitch in and back, I'm just going to go ahead and weave it in because of the yarn being so hard to see. The the magic circle tail, you want to take it and you want to bend this thing over, and you want to go through as many of those double crochets as you can, again 2 or 3 times around in a circle, just to tighten it, so that and don't cut it close to the edge. See if you can weave it in and out of the extra stitches right here, and then cut it. When you're done, stretch it out just a little like this to kind of ease and smooth those stitches out. And when you're done, you'll have your nice little circle, and this will be the beginning of our flower burst. I will show you in another video using this centerpiece on how to add the beginning rows onto the circle. In the photo album, I show it on the pink, how to add the beginning rows, so you can start there if you'd like. Otherwise, I will be adding it into a video. So thanks for watching, and I hope I gave you some useful tips on using the Fun Fur. Let me show you my label here. The Fun Fur yarn that I got from Lion brand yarn. I love this color, by the way. I think it's pretty. And it'll go really nice with my, I got Gumdrop, which has got a lot of different colors, and I've got green. So I think it'll look nice. Okay, thank you for watching, and let's continue on with our flower burst blanket or rug, whichever you choose it to be. Bye-bye.